Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lydia, the Global Education Director here at LashBox LA. Thank you so much for your questions and for your comments. Keep them coming. You guys are the heart of this industry and we love hearing from you. Today we're going to talk about how to pick the perfect tweezer. We get that question a lot, so we want to answer that for you. The first thing to consider is, what is your pickup technique? There's lots of different names for that. So basically, how are you making fans? How are you pulling the lashes from the strip? That's what we want to know. The second thing is, what kind of tweezers are you used to? You know, when I'm training girls who are used to a boot tweezer, we kind of send them in the JL direction. So it depends on what you're already used to using. So the J tweezers can create super fluffy fans, really wide fans, and remember, you're finding a sweet spot on these tweezers. You're not using the tip or the elbow, but a sweet spot in the middle. Some of our L shapes, they're better for boot users, like I mentioned, and those are really good for creating more narrow fans, so a denser look. We love that too. Another thing to consider is, do you prefer a harder or firmer grip? Then our Platinum series would be better for you, or a softer, easier to squeeze grip. Then that's our Malibu or our Hermosa tweezer. That's something that I really like to talk to girls about in class, because it really depends on how comfortable you are squeezing hard or releasing, and that's really key to the technique that we use. So find out which works better for you. Our Gold or our Platinum tweezers, that's a question that we get. The Gold slides a little better for shimmying. And the Platinums, they're hand polished, so they're kind of a rougher feel, and they're better for pre-fan, which is a type of fanning on the strip, and that's when you're really just fanning those lashes right on the strip and pulling from there, or the waiting room technique. They work better for regular volume as well. But remember, when you're purchasing, it's not going to be exactly the same as the last tweezer you brought, because you really need to break it in with your hand. It's going to get used to your hand, and your hand is going to get used to the tweezer. You're going to find that sweet spot that is perfect just for you. And remember, a tweezer that might be perfect in my hand might not be perfect in yours. So you really need to try a couple different kinds to find out which one is perfect for you. And that is so important. You guys know how important having a perfect tweezer is. And if you drop one, and you're working, you drop that perfect tweezer and your heart falls out of your butt because now your day is messed up, make sure you have another one on hand. So there's a lot of different things that go into finding the right tweezer. And like I said, if you drop it, there's no bending it back. That's not a thing. We put that one in the graveyard with the pile of the rest of them and we move on. Another thing to consider, guys, is the size and the weight of that tweezer. It does matter. A long, heavy tweezer won't work for girls with small hands, right? And a dainty tweezer like the Hermosa or the Petite may not work well for those with stronger, bigger hands. So there's a lot of different variables to really consider when we're choosing a tweezer, but there is a right tweezer for you, and we will find one. There's a way. But I hope those tips are helpful, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. We love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.